Hi guys, it's Trev, body mechanic from Absolute Fitness, and we're going to talk about how much is enough in terms of dairy, protein, fats. So dairy. Now dairy foods are not only quick and easy source of protein as well, but they are also rich in vitamin D, as long as they have been fortified and have calcium within them. Now calcium is a very important mineral for everyone of all ages. If your diet is rich in calcium and vitamin D, it will help to maintain strong bones, reduce the risk of osteoporosis in later life, and protect against high blood pressure. Now, good quantities of vitamin D may also help conditions such as fibromyalgia, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, and rheumatoid arthritis. Now, because your bones are a living tissue, they need calcium and they need vitamin D daily. Our peak bone mass is normally reached by the age of 35 to 37, at which point our bones start to thin. They're not regenerating themselves as fast as they losing minerals. They don't store as much mineral content, which keeps them not as strong basically. This is a natural part of the aging process. Now, a calcium-rich diet in combination with some form of resistance training and ensuring that your muscles are strong can slow this process. So when we exercise, it causes our muscles to pull on our bones. That pulling stimulation gets our muscles, or our bones I should say, to want to absorb more calcium, which makes the bones stronger. So you need to have a calcium or rich calcium diet for that process to happen. Any kind of impact causes our bones to want to store more calcium to make them stronger, because you're putting more pressure on them. The greater the pressure, the more calcium it wants to store and minerals in general to strengthen the bone. Just like when a spaceman goes to space, he doesn't have gravity acting on him, so his bones start to thin because they don't need to be as strong. And it's as simple as that basically. So how much is enough? Well, it can be difficult to quantify as dairy comes in different sources like milk, cheese, low fat versions. So a serving should contain about 100 calories. And as you can see from the table that I'm going to show you in a minute, we all need around 3 to 4 servings a day. What are the top choices then? Milk, even low fat or non-fat, as long as it has been fortified with vitamin D. Low fat, non-fat or soya milk, although they have the fat removed, they still contain all the calcium and protein, so are still good for you. Now yogurt, be that low fat or non-fat, is one of the richest food sources of calcium that you can consume. Low fat cheese is another good option as it's tasty and it has less saturated fat and have both calcium and protein in it. Now dark green vegetables like broccoli and kale are also another great source of calcium, so worth putting on your plate. Protein. Now protein from animals and plants are also important in your daily diet, but it should be seen as an accompaniment to wholesome carbohydrate food found in fruits, vegetables and grains. If 1/4 to 1/3 of your plate is covered with protein-rich food, you have about the right amount of amino acids you need to build and repair muscles. So how much is enough? An adequate and even distribution of protein throughout the day is important for building muscle and repairing tissue. For most of us, a total of 5 to 7 ounces, that's 150 to 200 grams per day, is sufficient from protein-rich foods, plus the protein you will get from 2 or 3 servings of milk, yogurt or cheese. Eating too much protein will do little for you, other than converting to fat and stored. So what are my top choices? Well, try and include chicken and turkey, as these basically have less saturated fat content, so are healthy for the heart. Fish, be that either fresh, frozen or canned, provides not only a lot of protein but also the omega-3 unsaturated fat that protects your health. Lean beef, as it also has iron in it, zinc and vitamin B, which all help with prevention of anemia. I should say, get my mouth around that, anemia. Muscle growth and energy production. Peanut butter, canned beans and tofu are also good options. So let's look at fats, or oils depending on how you want to call them. It used to be said, eat less fat. Nowadays the message is eat the right kind of fat, because fat is good for you. We need it in our diet. But limit your intake of hard saturated fats, those that are solid at room temperature. Try for soft or liquid mono and polyunsaturated fats. These are like your tubs of margarine, olive oils, etc. And stay away from partially hydrogenated oils. These are like trans fats, and these have no use in the body at all and cause us to have blockages in our CV system. These are commonly found in prepared foods like crackers, cakes, cookies, chips and pastries, probably all the things which taste really nice to us. Now, how much is enough? We want about 20 to 35% of our total calories in your diet to come from fat. If you tend to choose high fat foods at each meal, then try to trade the bad for the good fats. So stay away from the trans fats, even the saturated fats, and move towards the polyunsaturated and the monounsaturated fats. So for instance, have peanut butter instead of butter on toast, olive oil instead of cream dressing on a salad, olives instead of pepperoni on pizza. Also try and consume larger portions of wholesome foods at meals, or have smaller meals to curb your appetite from snacking on types of processed foods like biscuits, cookies, crisps, chips, which will all aid in clogging up your arteries. So what are my top choices? Include things like olive oil, as this is monosaturate and liquid at room temperature and is also associated with low risk to heart disease. Peanut butter and other nut butters because they are less processed. Nuts because they protect against heart disease. Avocados, as it is also a mono and polyunsaturated fat. Now flaxseed and flax oil, as they contain omega-3 fat, or salmon, tuna or other oily fish. If you can consume them, then you're getting a good source of fat.